Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Dash Brandon. Today we're going to be talking about a subject that it gets to me. It gets to me a lot. Alright, first of all, today's subject is this good? I see this on Reddit. I see it on Reddit too much. For starters, I wanted to make sure that I was on Beetlejuice, which is my favorite. And I favorited some schematics here because I wanted to talk about this. Mostly because I see a lot of this on Reddit, and I see some of it in game, and people just don't. I don't know. They just don't understand if something is good or not, and it's really irritating because it's really kind of easy to figure out. For starters, go check out White Sushi's spreadsheet. I'll link it again down in the video description. It's a great resource. It can give you an idea of what weapons, as a base, are really good weapons. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about some stuff here. And we're going to use my weapons and some weapons I have not leveled up as examples here. So, I really wanted to start with this. It's my Dragon's Breath. It's got double damage and 3 crit damage rolls. So, is this good? Not really, because even when, we're using the Ranger Deadeye right now, we got a 25% crit chance. So 25% of the time, it works every time. Because it's doing 437.5% crit damage. That's a shitload of crit damage. But it only works 25% of the time. 25% of the time, it works every time. So, when rerolls come out, I'm probably going to try and reroll one of these crit damages to a crit chance, possibly 2 of them. And if I only do one and they let you do more than one thing on a reroll, I might try and reroll energy damage, because that would also be good. Right now it doesn't have energy damage, it doesn't have anything like that, and it's got a 25% crit chance is the highest it will ever be for now. Yeah, so I just wanted to get that one out of the way real quick. So we're gonna unfavorite that one now because we've talked about it. Alright, so other pistols that I use: crit chance, double damage, weapon damage, causes affliction, damage to stun, staggered, and knockdown. This lightning pistol is a special case because it has a chance to stun them as you shoot them. So that actually applies. This is a pretty well rolled pistol. It's got a crit chance of 53%. That's pretty darn good. With this pistol, you can roll with the crit damage support. I think it's Trail Blaster AC, and you'll do pretty good. As long as all of your pistols are over 50%, that's what you want to aim for. So we can unfavorite that now that we talked about that. Freedom's Herald, another nature weapon. Damage, crit chance, double crit damage. So if we look at it, it's got 46% crit hit chance, 280% crit hit damage. This isn't terrible, and you kind of need an AoE weapon if you're going to be running Ranger Deadeye. The bolt, because it pierces, is really nice. And, it's got crit chance to go with those crit damages. Basically what we're talking about here is if you have crit damage, a whole bunch of crit damage, and you have no crit chance, it's not going to be that good for you, especially if it's an assault rifle, because right now I don't think there's any assault rifle support bonus that can give you crit chance. I know that you can get flat out damage from Wukong or Master Grenadier Ramirez, and I know that you can get crit damage from Sergeant Jonesy, or I think it's Warlord Jonesy. And that's basically what you can do to boost your damage on those. Alright. One more pistol right here. I think, yeah, this is the last pistol. Magazine size, headshot damage, crit chance, crit damage. This one is bad because it doesn't have an element, and because of the mag size, like it already has. Well, this is with the mag size on there. It's got 37 in the mag, but it had like 30, I want to say, before that. And this is the equivalent of the equalizer, or the gold scar, if you will, of the pistols, according to White Sushi's spreadsheet. Also, headshot damage is somewhat more difficult to hit with this weapon. So, there's that. Somewhat, not impossible. On that note, we're going to look at this Terminator. It's got headshot damage, 2 fire rates, which this weapon does not need fire rate. It already has an extreme rate of fire. It can already fire super fast, and it's got energy damage. So when I saw this, and I saw the double fire rate, and I saw the headshot damage, I got real sad because it had energy. And I thought it was going to be really good, but it was not, which is why it is unleveled. Alright, moving on. Alright, this is an example of a weapon that can't possibly ever, in any sense of the word, be good. Alright, Hunter Killer. It's a single shot assault rifle. You can macro that on a mouse if you have, macroing abilities. So you can shoot pretty fast. But it has pretty much no impact at all. It has no ability to stun, stagger, and knock down stuff. So these are 2 wasted rolls right off the bat. Then we got the double crit damage rolls. No crit chance. It's got a base of 10%. Garbage. And then it's a nature weapon. So this weapon is a totally unusable weapon. Like, don't ever level anything that looks like this. Alright? So we're going to unfavorite that now. And then we have this Death Ray. This Death Ray is almost good. It's almost good. The Death Ray benefits from being energy damage as baseline. It's high tech. So that's good. It's got double damage, double crit chance, and magazine size. I'm actually not even that mad about the magazine size, because the less time that you have to reload, theoretically, your DPS goes up when you have more rounds in the magazine. The unfortunate part about this weapon is it uses energy ammo, which is in a bad spot, really bad spot. So that kind of kills this weapon for me, for now at least. I might level it up at some point, just to tool around with it, use up some energy ammo when I'm not using my ranger. By the way, I'm still getting better if you couldn't figure that one out. All right. Oh, my Death Stalker. My Death Stalker is kind of trash. It's kind of trash, but at the time that I was leveling it up and I needed a nature weapon, this was the best thing I had. Durability. Automatic trash roll on the weapon. All of them, no matter what. Durability is trash. Stability. Usually trash. Not that good of a roll. Damage is good. Fire rate doesn't really matter on this. It's a 3-round burst weapon. I'm killing most things, most smaller husks in 1 to 2 bursts. And larger husks, I go through a magazine or 2. So, fire rate and all that it's real bad. It's the best I got for nature though. So that's unfortunate. Also shoots medium ammo. Another thing that we should talk about after I get through this weapon here, Dragon's Roar. This is one of my best naturally rolled weapons, meaning that it didn't come from an event, and I just got it as it was, and this is prior to rerolls being a thing. Crit chance, crit damage to slowed and snared targets, which sounds like a bad thing until you read this last one right here. Damage dealt with this weapon snares the target by 30% for 6 seconds. So it's benefiting from all of this all at the same time. All the time. This would be a weapon that you would definitely want to use with the Wukong or MGR so that you can get that extra 24% assault rifle damage. That's a baseline increase all the time. Real quick about weapon rolls. They're messing around with crit chance and they're messing around with crit damage, and I think in most situations, unless you have double crit chance, double crit damage, and then an element roll, you're gonna do best with just damage. So just regular damage all the way down. We can look at some stuff in my bags that I've gotten from my friends and other people throughout the game as I've gone through, and we can take a look at that. But first we're going to look at this rocket launcher, and then we're going to look at some melee and some traps. So this rocket launcher is the Dam Buster. It's got crit chance, double crit damage, and 50% reload. It's unfortunate that this reload isn't higher on the list, and it's unfortunate that it's not energy damage. But as it is right now, it's got a 19% chance to crit. It's level 10. So it's got a 19% chance to crit. That's not going to get any better at any point. Crit damage will go up, and reload is going to be cut in half. So it's going to be, what, 1.7 second reload? That's kind of amazing for the Dam Buster, because you're trying to push stuff around if you're using the Dam Buster. My other main rocket launcher is this bad boy right here. Yeah, bazooka. All damage rolls and a reload. The reload on this one is 1.4. So the Dam Buster would be slightly slower, but it has a chance of critting a little bit better. And if it does crit, it's going to do an asinine 95. So what's that? 170-ish % damage. So that's kind of asinine, kind of good, you know. So we're going to go ahead and unfavorite that. We're going to look at this sword, the slice and dice. Double crit chance, double damage, nature. The only thing that would make this sword better, and this is because you only really realistically need one sword in this game. You need one. Is if this nature was instead an energy roll. If it was energy damage with double crit chance and double damage, it'd be perfect. It'd be fine. Because you can actually increase your crit damage and your, I want to say your crit chance and your crit damage with bladed weapons for a ninja. If you're going to be going that route through support and tactical. Not necessarily the best thing that you could be doing. You might want to boost your ability damage. You might want to boost your assault rifle damage, because when you're not hitting things with your sword, you're probably going to be shooting them. So that's that. And then we have something for constructors. We have double crit chance on this Vindertech Slimer. We have crit damage. We have damage to stun, staggered, and knocked down, and we have longer durability. So the good thing about this is that it's high tech, so it's causing energy damage. It's got a pretty good chance to stun, stagger, knock things down, because it's got, this is level 10, but its impact is pretty good. It's a hammer. That's what they do. So that's going to be used all the time. The unfortunate part, again, is the durability. So if we were to reroll this, we would want to get damage here, I would think. And then the double crit chance pairs really nicely with most constructors' innate ability to do the discharge when they crit. So there's that. Then we have some traps to talk about here. Traps are another major part where people just don't know what's good. Alright, so this was my first floor launcher. It's got double reload, double impact, and knockback. That's pretty amazing. That's one of the best rolls that I could have gotten on a purple at the time when I finally got it. Then I got this one. Double impact, double reload. Okay, the rolls are slightly better with everything. And then it's got durability. So the durability is kind of meh on most traps. Even floor launchers, because like it's got a durability of 29. That's with a 21% boost. Durability is generally not the strongest roll you can get on your traps. If I were to replace this at some point, I'd be replacing it with this. Triple impact and knockback, double reload. I think the rolls are even a little bit better. Oh, no. It would have slightly less reload, but it would have more impact and knockback. So that's that floor launcher. Traps in general, you don't want durability. You want trap damage, you want reload, definitely want reload. And then, you know, if it's a damaging trap, you want trap damage or crit chance and crit damage, like this one here has. Has double reload, trap damage, crit chance, and crit damage. This is a fairly well rolled trap, though on the ceiling trap it's kind of meh, because I don't really feel that this trap does much most of the time. That's just me. That's just me. Then we have my gas trap. It's unfortunate that this gas trap I leveled all the way up to 5-star, because I really wanted a 5-star trap, and I wanted a 5-star gas trap. And this is what I had. It's got double trap damage, double reload. Not that bad. In fact, it's pretty good. And then you look at the durability and you just get all sad. Then you look at this one, it's got crit chance, double crit damage, double reload. On paper, I'm not really sure which one works out better, but the fact that this one has durability makes me sad. And then this one, actually, crit chance and crit damage kind of make me sad on a gas trap, because affliction damage cannot crit anymore. So the initial hit can crit and do that big damage, and gas traps reload This one's going to reload pretty fast. Where's the reload? 8 seconds. So it's going to reload pretty fast once we get that extra 42% reload there. That is not... That's not actually going to cut it down by like 4 seconds-ish. It does the 14%, and then it will apply the 28% after that, not to the base 8-second reload. So do be aware of that when you're looking at reload on traps. Having all reload, probably not that great. Probably not that great. So this is just an idea of what I want you guys to look at, just because I'm tired of seeing these posts on Reddit. And like, I look at it and it's like, this weapon can't apply any of these debuffs. So like, if this weapon couldn't stun something, that would be kind of bad to have that roll there. I probably still would have leveled it, because one bad roll out of a couple isn't bad compared to all these that have some kind of terrible rolls. Look at this one. Double durability, double damage, and then crit chance. The double durability kills it, and the fact that it doesn't have an element at all kills that one. This one's actually pretty good. Crit chance, damage to stun, stagger, knockdown, double damage, and water. The reason it's good is because it's a hydraulic weapon, and they have a high chance of knocking stuff down. So that's good. I'm neither here nor there on this wall darts. It's got triple reload, which I think in the end is bad to have so many reloads and only have one trap damage and then have a crit damage when the base crit chance is, I want to say it's 5? No, it's 10%. So there's that. Alright, and then I said before we go, we're going to look at some stuff in my backpack. Don't know why that's there. And we're going to look at some stuff in my backpack that I've held on to that other people have given me that they felt was good enough to level. So first we got my friend's buzz cut here. It's got 3 crit chance rolls, headshot damage, and it's got a fire roll. So he actually believes that this is much better than a gravedigger, and he took this to sunbeam instead of a gravedigger. He leveled up his gravedigger to shadow shard. So I think that this is also pretty good, but he also did the math on it, and using the crit damage support bonus actually resulted in less DPS than using the Master Grenadier Ramirez or the Wukong. And I say Wukong, but it's also like just that Demolisher guy. I want to say it's a Demolisher. All of them are Demolishers, right? Where is he? Berserkers. There we go, Berserkers. Yeah, Demolishers are... They don't give you what you want. They give you Rucksack. Typically not that great. So anyways, I'm going to move on to this Death Ray. 3 damage rolls, crit chance, water damage. Excellent rolls for this Death Ray. Way better than mine. This Falcon, someone else's. Double crit chance, crit damage, damage to afflicted, energy damage, causes affliction. This thing's amazing, especially on a Ranger Deadeye. We got a 65% crit chance, 305% crit damage. Deals energy damage. I'm getting all sick over here. I'm gonna wrap this up pretty fast. Triple damage, reload, fire. Freedom's Herald, pretty good. This Ranger, double crit chance, fire rate, damage, nature. The fire rate is the only bad roll here. So we're gonna look at some stuff coming up here that there's like 1 or 2 bad rolls on here. This Super Shredder, I don't know why someone leveled this, to be completely honest. It's got nature, which is good. Fire rate is meh. Durability is meh. Headshot damage is pretty good on a sniper rifle. Fire rate again, meh. So they basically leveled this up because it's a Super Shredder and they hit hard. Triple damage, durability, water, tsunami, the sniper rifle. The durability is the only bad roll there. You can even get decent rolled epics, and they're cheaper to craft. So this person took this hammer shot to sunbeam because it's got crit chance, damage, nature, and mag size. And the hammer shot is like a poor man's Hydra, but you can get different rolls on it. There's also a legendary version. And I think that pretty much wraps up weapons that aren't mine. Oh, we've got this nature buzzcut. Headshot damage, reload, crit chance, damage. All pretty good rolls. All pretty good rolls. You're going to be shooting for the head on purpose usually. And then reload, crit chance, damage, all pretty good rolls on that weapon. So I hope this helps solve some people's questions on is this good. Once again, I'm going to link White Sushi's spreadsheet down in the bottom. That'll help. You might have to do a little bit of reading. Rules of thumb. Traps. Durability is bad, reload's good. That's a good rule of thumb on traps. Weapons. Durability is bad. A status effect that the weapon cannot natively inflict is bad. Damage to stun, stagger, knock down on something that will never stun, stagger, or knock something down. Or not do it easily. Bad. Damage to affliction. Crit damage to affliction. If it doesn't have a high crit chance for that second one, and if it doesn't have affliction at all for both of them, bad. Slowed and snared. If I'm going to have to use this weapon, okay, this is a hypothetical weapon. Damage to, we're going to say 100% damage rolls. I don't think that's even possible. 100% damage to slowed, snared. 100% damage to stun, stagger, knockdown. 100% damage to afflicted. 100% crit damage to afflicted. And what the hell? We'll give it energy damage. 10% energy damage. It's never going to achieve all of those stipulations to do all that, to do 300% bonus damage on its own. It's not going to happen. It's going to have to be shooting at something in a trap tunnel that has a gas trap in it. It's going to have a launcher in it, and it's going to have wooden floor spikes in it. That's terrible. I'm Dash Brandon. I just wanted to throw this out there. Hope it helps some people. And once again, my friend really enjoyed that I said 25% of the time, this weapon works every time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.